First, I want to say thanks to Social Innovation Sydney and to Community Brave for having me here today. Quite an honor. I haven't done too much public speaking myself. I like to package myself for the internet and not talk to people normally. I'm a little shy sometimes, but we'll see how we go with that today. Yeah, I'm basically starting a new sort of social innovation initiative that I'm calling digitalstorytellers.us, which I'll explain what that is. All right. But for many of you who don't know me, which is most people here, okay, I do a lot of different things. It sort of comes from career ADD. I've been an author before. I've written a guidebook in Bangladesh, a travel guidebook. I've been a journalist. I've got a social enterprise in Bangladesh as well. I do WordPress websites, and I'm trying to package all of this into something I'd call doing digital storytelling. So, again, that career ADD thing, I've been really fortunate to experiment with a lot of different technologies and innovations, and I have that curiosity, I suppose, of exploring different ways of communicating. All right. So just to show probably the thing that I'm most proud of, that I'm really happy that I managed to do, was a guidebook to Bangladesh. I lived and worked there as a development volunteer for 3 years. And I really love the country and its people, and I think it's really badly done in the world press. Most people know it for floods and cyclones and poverty, and really the country is so much more than that. And so this cover right there is, we've just done the second edition of the guidebook. It's coming out later this year. The first one was published in 2009, and my wife, who is kindly operating the camera over here, is the co-author of the book. So her name's Belinda, and yeah, we worked on that project together. It's really awesome. I'm just happy that I got the honor of working with a country like Bangladesh for so many years. So, right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about my digital storytelling stuff. And I'm going to tell you first a story of something that happened to me, or I made happen. I don't know what we'll call it. Last year, Cathay Pacific had a huge contest. They were going to give one person 80 days of free travel anywhere in the world, anywhere you wanted to go in the Cathay Pacific network out of Hong Kong. 80 days, okay? So because I was a tour leader before and because I'd done this travel guidebook already, I went, oh, God, this is an awesome prize. I really want to go for this, right? And I made a website, I made a Facebook page, I got all my friends involved, and I actually managed to get to the finals of the contest. 4,000 entrants, 8 people were chosen to go to Hong Kong. And after that, we had interviews and we did a video from Hong Kong. There was a Facebook voting contest. This contest was just totally on Facebook. They didn't do it outside of Facebook at all. And what I did was this. I'll show you. So here I am in Dhaka, where the money is the tucker, and ba means my brother, what I tell you, mother. I want to win 80 days of flying with Cathay, so cast me a vote, I'll be your host with the most.
Mikey likes it, so we like it. We need you, our friends, to like it. Mikey likes it, so we like it. Gotta get our friends to strike it.
Ami Bangla bolte pari Bangladesh balobashi ekta riksha chate chai puran Dhaka ami jai. There's people everywhere, so much kindness is rare. Shora gat onek besho ferry ride for X show.
Mikey likes it, so we like it. We need you, our friends, to like it. Mikey likes it, so we like it. Gotta get our friends to strike it.
80 days, what a chance. I'll take my wife to France for some love and romance, but we won't take off our pants. So look, you gotta help me to get to where I should be. Cathay is gonna choose, if I lose, I'll turn to blue.
Mikey likes it, so we like it. We need you, our friends, to like it. Mikey likes it, so we like it. Gotta get our friends to strike it.
Hey friends, family, and fans of Cathay Pacific. Okay, I'll just skip that bit there. That's the part asking me, if everybody please go. Oh, thanks. There's that. That's the part of me asking everybody, come to the Facebook page, please vote for me. Like, I went around Facebook just asking everybody that I knew if they would get behind this and help me out. I ended up with the most votes in the contest. But Cathay didn't choose me to do that project, which was just like, what the heck happened? What the hell? I was totally disappointed. I totally put myself out there to try and win this prize because I thought that I could do it. I was like, my parents are from Hong Kong. I thought this is a chance to make it as like a travel presenter, and it's just like, ooh, in the dumps. They chose this other Canadian guy named Mike who had already won some travel contests and makes good videos, and he didn't make a rap video from Dhaka like that, but they chose him, and yeah, I just ended up kind of feeling pretty depressed about things for a little while. And that was last year, and yeah, needless to say, I was pretty just disappointed about that. But it did I did sit back, and I really saw that brands were investing huge amounts into social media now in a way that I'd never experienced before. And to have been that close to something in the finals and just like, whoa, okay, that's like, for me, it would have been the opportunity of a lifetime. So I thought, okay, well, it's probably safer for me to look into the future here and think about how I want to be on the side that's giving the prizes as opposed to the schmuck that goes and makes thousands of dollars worth of advertising for these guys and then doesn't win the contest at the end of the day. So I thought about my history in Bangladesh and what I've done before, and just like how am I going to use this thing that happened to me in a whole new way? How can I make the social media work for me instead of me getting worked by the social media? So I decided to create a new social enterprise, okay, that I decided to call Crowdsourced Travel. All right, and the first thing we did is we set up this website that was about changing the way people look at Bangladesh. And what we did is we asked people to contribute photography. Okay, so we wanted to see the website was called Positive Light. Okay, if you've ever seen anything from Bangladesh, it's probably because there's a flood or a cyclone, or it's because there's like it's poverty basically is all you know about the country. But actually, it's a gorgeous country with wonderful people. And the photographers in Bangladesh, a lot of Bangladeshi photographers supported this project, and I was totally blown away by some of the quality we received in terms of the pictures. So we've taken the site. This was the website. There was about 150 photographers who jumped in the project. About 700 photographs that we received. Some okay, but a lot just like mind-blowing stuff. And what we're creating is a coffee table photography book called Positive Light. And a lot of sort of like the crowdsourced nature of the project we're making up. That's the cover of it right now. And we're hoping it's going to be done in maybe the next 2 or 3 weeks. And yeah, it's just been an amazing project so far with Positive Light. And in order to pay for it all, I did a crowdfunding or a peer funding project with Tom on his site, Start Some Good. We raised $15,000, and that was, it was supported by the British Council, and I had a friend who donated $3,000 to the project, and I haven't even seen her in 10 years. I was just like, whoa, okay. This is really amazing. I felt really supported and really fortunate to be trying to change the image about Bangladesh. So now I've kind of jumped ahead. What I'll do is one of my client projects that I work on nowadays is called Bush TV. Okay, and Bush TV is run by a gentleman named Tom Hearn, and he lives in Rockhampton. And he's been making TV for like a number of years now. And contacted me because he wanted to do a new website, sort of do a bit more branding. And because of my experiences with this cafe thing and with doing my own travel project, we actually found that we had a really good working relationship. And nowadays what we do is we're using the social media channels to sort of like get people engaged in indigenous affairs here. But not doing it in a way like, oh, we have to change this, there's all these crappy things happening. We do it in a way where people can enter the story, feel good about participating with us, be inspired by excellent photography. And for some people who want to take a higher level of engagement with us, we created this thing called the Bush TV Creatives, where we're looking for photographers or writers. Mark here in the room is actually helping me out with some of the writing on the project. Filmmakers, storytellers. Essentially, at the end of the day, other storytellers who want to participate in creating the change that we'd like to see in the case of Bush TV, it has to do with social equity, using social media to achieve that. And yeah, of course, this is an open invitation. If any of you want to explore storytelling with us, we'd be really pleased to see you get involved in the site. There's forums, there's information about all that stuff on the site. All right, so that's one of my projects there. I just came back from Rockhampton yesterday. It's NAIDOC week, and we had a shoot. We went to cover the NAIDOC Ball in Rockhampton for part of a Queensland government campaign called Deadly Stories. So what I'd like to do is just show you this video that we did. Okay, it's just a couple minutes long. Let's see, I have to hit that again.
Fantastic, and I think with those plans in place, you're well on the way to doing that.
Dad, if you're listening to this, thank you for being a great role model, and I love you very much. You're deadly.
Thank you for everything that you do for me, and you're both deadly.
Honey Mark, if you're watching this, we want you to know that we respect you, we love you, and you are a role model to everyone in this community.
Well, deadly means a person who is, deadly, you know, can talk, can do things, can talk about Aboriginal culture.
Just amazing. The strength that you've shown for the past 2 years is just astounding. You guys are deadly.
You're deadly! Mum and Dad, if you're watching this, I love you and thank you for always being there for me.
Mum and Dad and the siblings, if you're actually watching this, thank you so much for your help and to actually raise me up and, you know, be the person I am today. I love you so much with all my heart, and thank you all for supporting me tonight. I miss you. You're deadly!
Those 3
Tonight's just focused on us and to actually go out there and just show Rockhampton that, you know, hey, we're Indigenous girls. This is our night. We're proud to be Indigenous girls, and, you know, hey, we're black and deadly. Yeah!
So that was really fun to make. We just filmed it on Thursday, and it's just about feeling good about these kinds of stories that we want to share, right? Okay, so that's one of the projects that I've been doing. Another one I wanted to show you today is I've been really fortunate. I got a project last year to work with the Center for Sustainability Leadership to do a RSA-style whiteboard animation. Okay, never done one before, but they basically gave me the opportunity to try and reverse engineer creating it. So I had to kind of figure out technically how to do all that kind of stuff. And yeah, this pretty much, the video sums it up.
In case you haven't heard, things are not going all that well on planet Earth. After hundreds of years of assuming our world was both an infinite resource and a bottomless pit, it turns out that we've been trashing the very things that make life possible. Be it animal, vegetable or mineral, there's a good chance we've hunted it, poisoned it, cut it down, dug it up, burnt it, eaten it, ruined it or buried it under a mountain of garbage. In short, we've been destroying what we really need in order to produce what we think we want, and the result is a future we're not going to like. Some of us worry about the environment, or our society, our health, our kids. Some of us even think the future itself might be broken. But here's the really scary bit. Most of us don't think about it at all. We're too busy to think, way too busy to care. So we trust our leaders to think and care on our behalf. But they're caught up with distractions of their own, the circus of politics and media demanding their full attention 24/7. It's almost impossible to get people in power to focus on anything that actually matters, at least for more than a few news cycles. So if we can't get people in power to care, can we get people who care into power? Can we distill the secrets of leadership and influence and just give them to people with the imagination, drive and courage to create a better world? Can we fire up their passions, sharpen their minds and focus their energies? Can we connect them into a vibrant network of future leaders to build a future that works? We can. And we have, and they are. Since 2005, the Centre for Sustainability Leadership has been training the next generation of thought leaders and change agents across Australia. But this training has only been available to a select and fortunate few. But now this proven program is available to anyone, anywhere, anytime, as an online global community of future leaders and thinkers hungry for change and ready for action. It's called Leadership Rewired, and it's as close as your nearest computer screen. It's an e-learning community, a resource of leadership tools and thinking models, video interviews and case studies with sustainability leaders from across the globe, leadership principles, approaches and ideas, quizzes, links and more. Plus, you can share your thoughts, your ideas, ask questions and collaborate with others as part of your leadership journey. The future is already here, and it's waiting for you to log on. Join us.
Okay, so that was, again, really fortunate opportunity. I'd never made that before. I didn't let my lack of knowledge stop me from trying to discover how to create it. I won't go into all the technical details. There was definitely a lot of tears in the editing suite, but you know, it was a great project, and I was really fortunate that this year I applied and I got a fellowship with the Center for Sustainability Leadership to sort of just try and improve my ways of looking at how I can bring other people or create other networks around me to create change, basically. That's what I want to do. So that's where it pretty much has gotten me to today. And that's why I've created this new thing that I'm calling the Digital Storytellers Network at the link www.digitalstorytellers.us. All right. What I want to do with that is bring other storytellers or filmmakers together to collaborate and create inspiring films on a monthly basis. Some of you at the back might not be able to read it, so I'm just reading it for you. And my goal here is really to improve the storytelling of other people. Okay? We live in a media-soaked world already, whether it's the mainstream, the television, the YouTube, or our friends, you know, who aren't, you know, might be in different parts of the world. We're just getting information all over the place, right? So I really believe that the strongest stories, we need better stories and more strongly told than we need more quantity of stories necessarily. All right? So I believe that creating a network of these people who we can trade ideas or skills or mentorship would help improve the ability of other change makers or other communities that are the fringes to reach audiences and to get their stories told and create that change that I'd like to see. The second thing I'd like to do is provide a platform by which social enterprises or other groups could pitch a film to us, okay? And the community will decide on a monthly basis which film we'll go and make, okay? At no cost to that organization, okay? Normally, production tools are pretty expensive. They have come way down in cost over the years. I love investigating those things. That's the geeky part of me. But for an organization to afford that and be able to tell a story in a good way is quite a challenge. So I'd like to provide that to worthy causes. And finally, again, the larger goal, and the course has been really great for just making me see a much bigger picture than myself, is to create mass awareness of those stories that need to change. So for me, it's really about sustainability and social change. What I'm here to ask you today, all right? Okay, first and foremost, if you can just tell your own stories better, okay? More succinctly, better than I'm doing maybe when I'm public speaking, in creative ways, you know, with using the tools of social media and the opportunity that it gives all of us. Please do that better, okay? And please join us if you're interested in improving that skill, all right? The second thing I'd really like to have your help with is just to join our network. And if you believe in stories that are important for, you know, about social issues in your life, we need also the help to share those stories with other people. So just to participate, engage, tell us what you think of the stories we're putting out there, and in that sense, share with your friends as well. And the last thing, resources. Okay, well, obviously, production things do cost money to produce, but more importantly, it's about the time and the creativity of the storytellers that are involved in this. I'd really like to bring together, you know, some professional storytellers or filmmakers into this. And for that, for us to do bigger stories, we would need resources to do that. So I've been really fortunate to speak with some of the people at Hunting with Pixels, which is another sort of video outfit here. And they've got this same values that I'm talking about here. And so they're really supporting us to, maybe that will be our base where we'll meet. And they've got lights and cameras and editing equipment and other things. So that's an opportunity for people who would like to learn storytelling better in that craft to come and participate in that. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Thanks very much for having me. All right.